Good evening. Coming up tonight,
we've got the latest on former President Trump's indictment.
Plus a new bill that will change the game for teachers and school staff expecting children.
And later, members of the Gamecocks baseball team have made the USA watch list for the Golden Spikes Award.
But first, Nicole Smith is in the studio here with us now. Nicole, what weather can we expect to see this weekend?
We can be expecting to see some rainy and warm weather. I'll have the weather forecast for this week and more for you tonight on SGTV, Student News at 7.
Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio.
This is Student News at 7.
Good evening, Carolina. I'm Meagan Daukshus.
And I'm Elizabeth Martinez. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Donald Trump surrendered to law enforcement and was arrested in Manhattan on Tuesday. The former president has been charged with 34 felony counts of falsifying business records before the 2016 election.
The case is focused on hush money that was granted to several women who claimed to have had an affair with Trump prior to his presidency. There is no New York City law that prohibits hush money payments.
However, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg says the falsifying of these business records on multiple accounts is a misdemeanor under New York law. Bragg describes Trump's alleged criminal behavior as, quote, catch and kill scheme, end quote.
Prosecutors with the indictment claim Trump, quote, repeatedly and fraudulently falsified New York business records to conceal criminal conduct that hid damaging information from the voting public during the 2016 presidential election, end quote. Trump has pleaded not guilty, and the case is expected to go to trial next year.
The Virginia teacher who was shot by her student has filed a $40 million lawsuit against school officials. Abby Zwirner, a first-grade teacher at Richneck Elementary School in Newport News, was shot in the hand and chest on January 6th by her 6-year-old student.
The lawsuit claims the head of the school board, superintendent, principal, and vice principal were aware of claims that the student had a gun. According to Zwirner's attorney, the student had a history of violent behavior at school.
The lawsuit also states, quote, teachers' concerns with the student's behavior were regularly brought up to the attention of Richneck Elementary School administration, and the concerns were always dismissed, end quote.
Both the superintendent and assistant principal were removed from their positions after the incident. The student is too young to be charged, but there is still an ongoing investigation.
Workers in retail, warehouse, and the fast food industry are joining a joint strike that brings awareness to the unsafe work conditions they undergo. Strikes have been in Columbia, Durham, and Atlanta.
A civil rights complaint was filed Tuesday by South Service workers against South Carolina's Occupational Safety and Health Administration. The lawsuit claims, quote, engages in egregious discrimination based on race by failing to inspect workplaces with disproportionality black workforces, end quote.
Workers stated that they had experienced workplace violence and their corporation had done nothing about it. A rally was held this past Tuesday outside the Ryder warehouse.
The South Carolina House approved the bill that allows teachers and school district staff 6 weeks of paid leave when giving birth or adopting a child. The bill was passed 113-0 and needs no more routine approval before being sent to Senate.
Last year, a parental leave bill was passed for state employees, but they did not include teachers. Teachers were mad and wanted a bill that would include them as well. With this bill getting passed, school districts are worried as to how to pay for this extra leave time.
But schools across the state have about $1.5 billion in reserve accounts they can use for this. If the bill passes through Senate, it will be the first bill in the Southeast with parental leave for teachers.
I think this is great. That I would love to see this bill go all the way through and get passed so teachers do have that parental leave time that they need to take care of their children.
Yeah, definitely nationally, that would be really great. Coming up after the break, the latest in Gamecock sports. Stay close. SGTV News 4 sports reporter Violet Raftery has the latest scoop. What have you got for us, Violet?
USA Baseball announced the mid-season watch list for the Golden Spikes Award. And on that list of 45 are 2 South Carolina Gamecocks, junior first baseman Gavin Casas and freshman outfielder Ethan Petrie. USA Baseball says the award recognizes, quote, the top amateur baseball player in the country, end quote. Now, this comes just ahead of a much anticipated weekend series against the LSU Tigers, who had 3 of their own players named to the same list. The Gamecocks are ranked 6th in Division I baseball with an 8-1 record in conference play and a 27-3 record overall. In the Tigers, despite a slightly worse record, that's 6-3 in the SEC, 25-4 overall, claim the #1 spot in the polls, which has generated some excitement going into this matchup.
So again, it's going to be a great baseball series. They're good, we're good, and so let's go play. I mean, that's the way we're looking at it. They're coming into Columbia to play in Founders Park. They have confidence, we have confidence. Let's go play ball.
As Kingston said, the Gamecocks are hosting, and they hope to remain undefeated at home this season. Game 1 is underway right now. That first pitch was tossed when we went live at 7. Game 2 is on the schedule for tomorrow at 7 as well, and the series will wrap up on Saturday at noon. Now, men's basketball announced it will be welcoming 2 new transfers in the upcoming 2023-2024 season. Both Stephen Clark and Talon Cooper will be graduate students in their last year of playing eligibility when they join the Gamecock team. Clark transfers from the Citadel and comes off a year where he led the Bulldogs in a number of notable categories, including rebounds and assists. He also headlined his team with an average of 16.3 points per game. Cooper, who last played for Minnesota, also led his team in assists this past season, and along with that, he led in minutes played, started every game, and served as a team captain. For News 4 Sports, I'm Violet Raftery.
Thanks, Violet. Coming up after the break, News 4 entertainment reporter and News 4 sports reporter Violet Raftery will lay down the talk of the town. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Joining me now is entertainment reporter Violet Raftery to fill us in on what's happening in Columbia this weekend. What do you have for us, Violet?
Kershaw Middle School students turned to a new canvas, their school walls. Last year, Kershaw Middle School introduced the Mural Project, a competition where students could submit a drawing that would be later turned into a school mural. And now, later has come, the mural is nearly ready to be finished. 8th grade student Baya Hardy's drawings won the spot on Lugoff Elgin's middle school wall. Hardy said, quote, "I was not expecting my drawing to get picked. Drawing was a little fun activity since I did not have anything to do," end quote. And boredom paid off for Hardy. Her design will be a permanent addition to the school's hallway. Hardy's design features a leopard, which is the school's mascot, sitting on a branch with a waterfall and dozens of trees in the background. Lugoff Elgin's middle school's art teacher, Christy Nunley, said, quote, "Having something on the walls that represents the school but also brings in that peace and calmness is always a nice touch in the hallways where it is chaotic," end quote. Students will finish the mural when they return from spring break.
Now,
This is adorable.
I love this. I mean, I used to paint murals in high school back then, and I just love seeing students get to put their artwork on walls where they'll see it. It'll be there forever.
Yeah, see, I won a little art competition when I was in elementary school, and it's so cute because it makes you feel like so special when you're
Yes,
that little
I know.
and something like that.
For something like that to stay on the walls, I can't
love
wait to
it.
see it finish.
And then in other entertainment news, Columbia dancers are saving lives through dance. Columbia Classic Ballet's annual Life Chance Gala for the Stars Committee decided to donate all proceeds from this weekend's performance towards the St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Brooklyn Mack is the artistic director at Columbia's Classical Ballet. Mack handpicked the best dancers from all over the world, including renowned and award-winning tap dancer Ryan Johnson, former American Ballet Theater principal dancer Sarah Lane, and Emmy Award-winning dancer Grace Ann Powers. Mack said, quote, "Of course ballet is well represented, but we have more than ballet. We have tap, contemporary, and theater. We have something for everybody," end quote. The show will take place on Saturday, April 8th at 7:30 at the Koger Center. Tickets range between $10 to $20. To buy tickets, visit KogerCenterfortheArts.com.
No, I love this. I mean, I can't believe they got so many renowned dancers to come in and do this and help raise money for the children. I think that's awesome.
I love it as well. It's a different kind of art, and this one's for a cause. So
Yes.
a couple great stories
I
this
love
week.
it.
And that's all we have for your entertainment news for tonight. Coming up after the break, Nicole Smith will let you know if this warm weather sticks around. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Nicole Smith. Here's your look at tonight's forecast. Tonight's temperatures are going to be hitting 66 degrees with those winds going 7 miles per hour. And we will have a full moon here tonight, so hopefully you can get out, catch that sunset at 7:48 p.m. and catch that moon right as it come in. Now, we are going to have Easter this weekend, so I know a lot of people may be traveling home here tomorrow. So if you live in South Carolina, just to look at what the temperatures are going to be like here tomorrow. Here in that upper region, we're going to have those high 60s. And as we go into that mid to lower region, we're going to be in between those low 70s to those low 80s. Now, taking a look at what Columbia is going to be looking like coming up this weekend to weekday, we're going to be in those high 40s to those low 70s. And as we move into the afternoon, we're going to be in those low 40s to those high 40s, and with that straight here on Wednesday hitting 52. Now, Friday and Saturday, it will rain, but Monday through Wednesday, we're going to have that sun peeking on through. So while you might have to put those shades away for the weekend, you can pull them right back out starting here on Monday. That's all I have for tonight. After the break, we'll have tonight's edition of Carolina Canines. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
And finally, tonight's Carolina Canine features Violet.
Violet was submitted by Jake Deal. Violet is an energetic, independent pit mix.
Violet is less than 1 year old. She loves running around the woods and hunting.
Oh,
Little cutie. This little cutie is also named after our own reporter, Violet Raftery,
I know.
which is so adorable.
We have a thing for Violet.
We do. That wraps up tonight's edition of Student News at 7.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at SGTV at USC.
To keep up with all of our content, be sure to also visit us online at sgtvonline.com. For SGTV News 4, I'm Meagan Daukshus.
And I'm Elizabeth Martinez. From all of us here at SGTV, have a great night, Carolina. Forever to thee.